Lucky Cats, Lucky Kyo back with more Monster Prom! Who's excited for this? I am. One player, because I don't have any friends.
I could do this.
Oh, cry. That was pretty good. Welcome to the stupidest pop quiz ever! A radioactive possum just bit you. What superpower did you get? The superpower of always choosing the right combination of emojis to get the desired reaction from all people. Seducing my loved ones, burning my enemies, settling any argument, and even conveying the complex emotional thoughts. The incredible power of writing fanfiction, so compelling that the actual creators of the TV shows decide to go with my ideas and crazy ships. Probably rabies? I'd go to the hospital immediately. Write fanfiction, duh. You're elected president for a day. What's the first law you pass? You can deduct taxes by writing sonnets instead. Amount of taxes deducted are calculated based on the beauty of the sonnets. Trivia facts. Trivia fact. Presidents don't pass laws. So is this a trick question, or are you just being stupid? $1 bills will now include a picture of me and the inscription, "Beware, too much awesomeness." My presidency might last a day, but my fame will last forever. Let's write some sonnets. Ooh, I'm getting extremely creative today. What would be a color accessory? Sunglasses at night. Fancy brass knuckles. Shiny armor. A fabulous purse made of the skin of your enemy. Coolness itself. A necklace with your own name, in case you forget. Coolness itself. I got Liam. So I might want to up my smarts.
All right.
No, hey. I'm pretty level on everything, except for boldness and fun. So I'll start there. After you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I'm going to turn the music down a bit. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. Hang on, I'll get the... Yeah, this is good. One more down. Okay, you give 0 shits, but you gain 2 boldness. You notice Miranda trying to put a smile on Liam's face. This should be good. I simply do not understand how you can be so gloomy all the time, when the world is so full of wonder and magic. I guess I'm just not part of the Everything is Beautiful club. Everything is Beautiful club? Is that a secret club? What? Oh, yeah, totally. I want to join! Oh, how can I join? Liam seems totally sexily disinterested in continuing this gag. But you have no such reservations. You tell her. You're in luck. I happen to have the membership paperwork right here. Magic is real. Oh, it's super easy to join. All you have to do is eat a bunch of cotton candy and crop out a unicorn, simpleton. Really? Yeah, that's exactly what the bullshit fairy told me when we were playing checkers the other night. That's all? Just those 2 things? No, you've also got to write gullible across your forehead and permanent marker. Okay! Wait, seriously? But Miranda's already gone. When you see her the next day, she's leading a unicorn and smiling from ear to ear. I did it! But everything is beautiful, Club let me in! I had to fill out some extra paperwork because I had my manservant eat the cotton candy and poop out the unicorn. But I made up for it by tattooing gullible on his forehead instead of writing it. Yeah, well, you're welcome. Liam winks at you, and the wink is so cool you automatically gain 2 fun and 1 charm.
Alright.
No way. I find it strange that I'm playing a character voiced by Cry while pursuing a character voiced by Cry. Liam and Polly aren't alone at their table. They're flanked by 2 beefy hobgoblins in school security uniforms. What, do these 2 have bodyguards now? They aren't bodyguards, they're food guards. Principal Giant Spider found out we weren't eating during lunch, so he assigned guards to us because he thinks we have an eating disorder. We do have an eating disorder. It's called being dead. Except it's not an eating disorder, it's an identity and a lifestyle. Death style! Whatever. The point is, they won't let us leave until we've eaten our food. Which will be never. And I have a meeting of the Smug Superiority Club to conduct next period. I can't be late. If you could just figure out a way around these food guards for us, I'd be super grateful. Like, in a sexy way. Well, you can't say no to that. Time to enact your fiendishly clever plan. Dump all of Polly's food onto Liam's plate. Dump all of Liam's food onto Polly's plate. With all the artistic subtlety of performance artist Miranda Abramovic, you pour Liam's food onto Polly's plate and through her lap. No! This is literally the exact opposite of what I wanted! Good Lord, what a table now. A ghost bewildered by a mountain of unwanted food. This is perhaps my most daring food pick yet. You guys are really throwing me under the bus here, which isn't cool, because being thrown under a bus is totally how I died! I don't know what you're talking about, Polly. I have clearly consumed all of my food, quite honestly and forthrightly. Luckily for you and Liam, the hobgoblins are total morons with no secondary theory of mind, but instantly believe Liam's ruse. Liam whisks you away to the afternoon meeting of the Smug Superiority Club, where you spend hours practicing your sneer and gazing into each other's eyes.
All right.
No way. Let's get some fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences may distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain 2 fun. Against the expected, you spot Scott and Liam engaged in what seems to be an intense conversation. They seem so into it that you can't resist the urge to ask them what's going on. We're discussing his recent novel, 2 Rights. It isn't a novel, it isn't a novel! It's a rad movie with lots of cool dudes with amazing abs! Well, it's actually based on a novel, and it's anything but rad. It's cultural trash. But I decided to like it, ironically. The thing is, there's this human girl with 2 guys who like her. But the guys are part of two enemy human races! The wild shirtless humans and the mysterious deep luck-giving humans. And it seems these types of humans can't stand each other. Oh, and the deep luck-giving humans shine in the sunlight. Did you know that's actually a lesser-known trait of some humans? No one shines in the twilight? This is what happens when you ruin good things! The thing is, the next movie will be released soon, and we're super hyped. Ironically. We can't wait, bro! We need to satiate our hunger for two lights. This is your opportunity to show these two you're well versed when it comes to satiating urges. Go for it. Let's cosplay. Let's go shirtless. We should write a nuanced play based on it. Totally not fanfic. Oh, I see it. A nuanced pastiche involving the characters of two lights. Throwing a new light over their fears and desires. And over their abs! Yeah, sure. With an unexpected twist that will elevate the strength of the original Oeuvre. Something subtle, yet powerful. Something like the rival humans teaching the girl and fucking each other's brains out. Yeah, I like that. It's artistic. Because of reasons. And if they're new, that means more muscles and stuff. I like that. Sure, it sounds like it sounds a lot like a high form of art and nothing like thirsty fanfic. You're some kind of promoter of the arts. You gain 2 creativity and 1 smarts.
All right.
No, right. I want to get some charm. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to the spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You can teach charm. But Liam isn't paying attention to any of that. He corners you afterwards to lecture you on Instagram filters. What? No one seems to understand about filters. What no one seems to understand about filters is that they're not about making pictures better. They're about making pictures browner and harder to see. That's why I use my own proprietary filter for almost all my photos. Infinite help. Also, probably why I have only 6 Instagram followers. But we must all make sacrifices for our art. In any case, I have to go. There's a dead rat in the parking lot, and we simply must have one. As soon as Liam's gone, Miranda peeks out of an air conditioning duct. Goodness! The situation is even more dire than I thought. If Operation Make Liam Popular again is to succeed, we must get started immediately. What's that? Why, yes, of course you're part of my operation. I unwillingly force people into my service all the time. Oh, you want to know why it's called Operation Make Liam Popular again? Well, he's been alive for like centuries, right? I'm sure he must have been popular at some point. I'll check the history books later. There's no time now. Phase 1 is getting Liam more Instagram followers. I took the liberty of having my royal spies discover the password to his account so we can give it a total makeover. But what to do? Use his account to post a bunch of porn and bomb recipes. Pay 1 million homeless people to follow Liam on Instagram. I'm not wealthy enough for that one. That's okay. I don't want this to go through. Because if Liam becomes popular, why would he ever date me? Oh yes, solving problems with money is my family's specialty. Unfortunately, Father cancelled my royal credit cards after I had all those land ponies shipped to our underwater castle and they drowned. But I'm sure you have enough money to accomplish this feat. You totally don't. You decide to cut costs by hiring goats instead of people. But goats don't have thumbs or smartphones. So instead of having them follow him on Instagram, you just have them follow him in real life. Where did all these goats come from? Get them away from me! They ate my cashmere foam cozy. This is madness. Exit Liam, pursued by goats. That was a terrible idea. And also, goats are still pretty expensive. You lose 2 creativity and 1 money. Well, at least I only lost 1 money.
Alright.
No way! When you arrive at their table, you find that Polly and Liam aren't eating. They're just taking pictures of their food. Welcome to the Don't Need to Eat, so we just take dope food pics zone, baby! We believe that food, like children, should be seen, not tasted. Yeah, I mean, have you ever tasted a baby? Have you? I don't know, maybe. My weekends are usually kind of a blur, like last Saturday. There will be plenty of time to chronicle your sex exploits later, Polly. Right now, we need to focus on these food pics. While Liam and Polly were busy bantering, you were busily arranging a dope food pic of your own, and now you have to complete your masterpiece. A food pic, but instead of food, it's just a bottle of whiskey with ketchup on it. A food pic of Liam taking a food pic. So meta. You level your phone at Liam as he's just about to snap a food pic, but his vampire reflexes are too quick for him. Ha! Trying to out-meta the meta master, are you? We'll see about that. Liam levels his phone at Polly just as she's about to take a food pic. Now you're taking a food pic of a food pic of a food pic! Wow, are we pointing our phones at each other now? I want to play too! Suddenly Polly has got her phone pointed at you. It's a food pic of 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 a... We've done it! We've created the meta triangle, the most meta shape in existence. This is our finest hour. The world around you dissolves into green columns of numbers and letters. You've done it. You can see the code. You are the one. The programming of the video game, you are in awards. The programming of the video game you are in awards you by raising your relationship points with the character known as Liam.
Alright.
Alright. I don't need creativity. That is the last thing I need. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. Later, you're sleeping peacefully until a noise wakes you up. The source of that noise seems to be Liam, whose face is the unliving embodiment of disgust itself. Oh boy, it says some vampire weakness. How original. Please list all known weaknesses of the vampire. 5. You know, it's pretty problematic to teach everybody at school all the known ways to kill one specific minority. I don't mind that though. As a brooding outcast, I'm already accustomed to the diversion Yeah, that's a V. The R's and the V's look so much alike. The division and harassment of their creators. But what I do mind is how played out everybody's answers are going to be. Steaks, garlic, the sun. Van Helsing called. He wants his cliches back. I got a good answer though. It's pretty obscure. You've probably never heard of it, but you can't even guess what it is. Oh, a challenge. You give him your best guess. Global nuclear war, or harmonica music. Harmonica music? Me, weak against mere harmonica music. How ridiculous. And yet, I must confess, I find it rather charming that you mistaken my fine musical taste for a vampiric curse. In fact, most of my supposed vampiric weaknesses are simply a matter of taste. Crucifixes and holy water. I'm simply not a fan of organized religion. Garlic? Only if it's not organic and locally sourced. And it's not that a steak through the heart will necessarily kill me. It's just that most steaks aren't made with reclaimed lumber, which is terribly wasteful. I must confess to one weakness, however. A weakness for you. Liam spends half the afternoon ironically listening to harmonica music with you to prove he's not allergic. You gain 2 creativity and 1 fun. He's got a weakness for me!
Alright.
Let's see. Yeah, let's get boldness. Why do you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority? But you don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you do some graffiti on the wall. No way. The graffiti says, I'm bold as fuck. And you know what? It turns out the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall! A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain 2 boldness. Oh boy! That's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you! Once again, your lack of boundaries forces you to check the stalls. One day you'll see Coach on his shitter. That will teach you a lesson. But no, that's Liam. He has a whiteboard, a selection of markers, and a very concerned look. A succession of clues with a surprising outcome? No, too pedestrian. A spell to cause diarrhea. Might not make it through while writing it. Liam was here. Is it cliche enough to be vintage yet? Ugh, I hate writer's block. There's nothing worse than an empty stall walk. Go beyond the medium with a spell that will change the reader's life. Literally. Pineapple propaganda. I am creative, so... Damn it! The spell backfires, transforming you into 2 middle managers in the 19th century Moscow. You contemplate your existence so much that you decide to kill yourselves. You actually sign a suicide pact before you luckily discover ice-cold vodka. Unfortunately, Russia runs out of alcohol in 1945, so you go back to contemplating your existence. A century and a half together might be what you wanted from Liam, but forced relocation to Siberia drained all your joy out of it. You lose 2 fun and 1 charm. Oh, I hope he still likes me.
Alright.
I'm sorry about the last time, Liam! As you approach your chosen table, you see Liam carefully framing his artfully arranged jelly dessert for a transcendent food pick when... F-O-O-D-P-I-C! Read those picks to victory! What? What does that even mean? When I say food, you say pick! Food! Pick! No. Food! Pick! Stop. 2, 4, picks, 8! Who do we appreciate? Food picks! Food picks! Go! Cease Incessant chanting this instant! What? I'm trying to help you take the best fruit pick. You've been trying to take this fruit pick for like 20 minutes now. You gotta snap a pick so you can eat your tasty food. I don't eat Scott. I only ordered this food so I can take pictures of it. And you're not helping.
Bro.
Sure he is! Don't say that, Liam! Don't hurt the precious little babu! I know, my cheerleading isn't good enough. What I need is a cheer partner to take me to the next level. No, what you need is this foot pick but it's too late. Scott's already chosen you as his cheer partner. Now it's up to you. Well, what the two of you do? We gotta pick Liam up and toss him in the air. It's the only way to really amp him up. Liam's food picks are art, so we gotta use art to cheer him on. Acquire the quiet art of mime. Lead Scott in a totally artistic, totally silent mime cheer that involves an invisible rope, an invisible dog sled, and an invisible hot dog buffet. Eventually, you leave Scott trapped inside a tiny box and move with Liam to another table. Thanks for saving me from that true photography, or as I call it, the photography does ailments cannot be rushed. Are you sure he's okay opening that box? Yeah, I think he's okay. I'll let him out later. You're pretty sure he's fine. You let him out at the end of lunch, and he licks your face. But most importantly, Liam tags you in his triumphant food pick. It's for real. Is this real life?
All right.
Alright, charm, fun, and then do one more round of everything. And I should be more evened out. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place, but the match isn't as important as the human interactions within it. You're at your peak when you decide to go for the overkill and wink at one of your teammates. He's totally memorized. It's the most epic wink ever. Damn, you know how to win over people's hearts. You gain 2 charm. You notice Liam and Miranda talking to Coach. They actually seem to be enjoying the gym for a change. Something must be terribly wrong. You go over to see what it is.
As a gift.
Well now, I'm all for inspiring athleticism in the hearts of the youth, but allowing you to make up your own sport? That seems a bit unorthodox, don't you think? Oh, but ordinary sports are ever so dull and unrefined. I'm sure we too could do much better. I've already got an idea, actually. I've had an idea for a sport since before there were even more sports. We call it art. No teams, no rules, just pure creative expression. I'll be the quarterback, of course. Art! Brilliant! We will play it with watercolors and sequins! And there shall be a sport bard and a goalie laureate, and it's good to see you kids getting enthusiastic about wholesome physical exercise, but I gotta say, art doesn't really sound like a sport. Why doesn't it have the word ball anywhere in it? Hockey is a sport and it doesn't have a ball in it. And golf and water skiing and ice skating and bobsledding and so many sports don't have the word ball in it. That's easily solved. We'll call it art ball. Oh yes, that's obviously that's much better, but let me ask you this. How do you score points in art ball, huh? Liam and Miranda both look at each other, totally stumped. Their dreams hang in the balance. Time to step in. Obviously, the sports bar assigns inspiration kicks to the metaphysical linebacker, who scores 11 points for each poem he successfully publishes in the Atlantic. Didn't you read the rule book? Don't you see? The points were inside of us all along. You just say points were inside us. Well, yeah, we know that. I tell my kids that all the time. The question is, how do you get these points out of you and onto the scoreboard? It's like I always say, sports is the lemon juicer, and you're the lemon, buddy. Let's make lemonade. Well, But you can't make lemonade without a little sugar, which stands for the sweetness of victory. Can't we? You also need water to make lemonade, otherwise it's too intense. That's why hydration is important. What were we talking about again? Oh, who cares? Let's do some push-ups. Nothing brings people together like push-ups. You strongly disagree, but Coach won't hear any arguments. He was too fun and one charm. Damn it.
All right.
And I can't go outdoors because the shop is there. That day, the teacher is just tired of teaching, so she recurs to the classic technique of not giving a shit and putting on some kind of historical TV show for you to watch. What you don't expect is that it's super effective. God bless the golden era of television. The TV show is compelling thanks to the ridiculous amount of nudity and bloodshed, but at the same time, you actually learn a lot about history. You gain 2 smarts. At the end of class, the teacher passes back your quizzes from last week. Liam looks at his and sighs. Just another fascist assignment and a long line of fascistic assignments. Don't get me wrong, my performance on these little charades is exceptional. It's devastatingly intelligent, but I find the entire enterprise distasteful. Must we be weighed and measured like so much raw steak? Outright the swamp monster snorts derisively. Alright, sucker, if you're so smart, how are they supposed to assess us without tests? Well, I mean, given time, I'm sure I could come up with something obviously. This is not going well for Liam. You jump in and save the day. Rap battles. The only fair way. A brutal fight to the death. Or are you too chicken? I'm not bold enough for that second one. Yes, that's precisely what I was about to say. As we all know, one does not truly grasp a subject until one can rap fluently about it. No one would dispute that Snoop Dogg is a reigning expert on the distribution and consumption of marijuana, for example. Yes, very good. I'll start a petition immediately. This will definitely impress Reddit. You give Liam his first signature. You're not sure he'll get many more. In any case, you gain 2 fun and 1 creativity. Alright, so far so good. I only messed up twice so far, so... The table you choose is quite crowded. Liam sits across from Miranda, who is flanked by 2 well-dressed servants. One of the servants cuts a slice of Salisbury steak and feeds it to the other. Seriously, Miranda, you have servants to chew your food for you? What? Of course not! That would be barbaric! The servant happily swallows the Salisbury steak. I have servants to eat for me! They're called eating serfs! Don't you have any? First of all, no, I don't eat food. Second of all, that totally defeats the purpose of eating. Aren't you worried about starving? Why would I be? The serfs get all the calories I need to stay fit and healthy! I have no objective reason to care about this, but suddenly it's all I care about. Someone convince Miranda to stop this madness. Maybe you should start this madness, Liam. Imagine all the food you can Instagram without having to eat any of it. But Miranda, look at the contented smile on that servant's face. You think he's eating for you, but secretly, he's eating for himself. No, it can't be! Cordo, say it isn't true! But Cordo can't say anything because his mouth is full of delicious Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak, which he is obviously eating entirely for his own benefit. Treacherous dog! Do you want me to starve to death? Is that your plan? I think maybe he was just taking advantage of the fact that you don't understand how food works. Taking advantage of me? Scoundrel! Peppy, eat Gordo for me at once! The two serfs look at each other, then stuff as much food as they can into their mouths before fleeing the cafeteria. Alas, how will I ever get my recommended daily allowance of nutrients now? You could try eating. Myself? But how? You and Liam have a ton of fun laughing at Miranda as she learns how to eat food for apparently the first time in her life.
All right.
More fun, please. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You spot Juan, the magical Latino cat, who seems a bit sad. He explains to you that he's worried. People are so used to calling him Juan, the small magical Latino cat, that now everyone defines him only by his size, magicality, ethnicity, and species. He's more than that. You correct him. You don't see him in such simplistic terms and convenient definitions. It's just that there are around 23 other different ones in the school, so adding all that is important. You tell him you'll never forget about him and the crazy adventures you both lived together in Monster Prom's prequel, Monster Middle School. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories. You gain 2 fun. Liam doesn't participate in the rave. He's busy sunning himself in the shade inside a coffin. He calls it sunning himself because he thinks it's ironic. Without warning, the Slayer sprints across the yard, throws the cover off Liam's coffin, and starts taking pictures with her phone.
Prepare to die!
Haha! Everyone looks ugly when they've just woken up. I'm gonna post these on my Instagram! You psychopath. No! Stick me in the heart. Bathe me in holy water. Just whatever you do. Don't post candids of me on your Bing-hearted Insta. Oh, it's happening, suck boy. What you gonna do about it? You're not close enough to stop her, but you are close enough to tell Liam what he should do. Critique her fashion sense. Banish her phone to the hell dimension. Quick! Critique her fashion sense! Oh. Where did you get that? Bitch, please. You think I care about fashion? I'm a slayer. The outfit ain't for the runway. It's for getting monster guts all over it and then licking them off. Anyway, I'm not about to take fashion advice from a talking PBR advertisement who sleeps with a rubber duck. Liam retreats to the shade on the other side of his tree because that burn was harsh. For her effort to use 2 boldness and 1 charm. Ooh.
All right.
I need to get more boldness again. Can't you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority? On the way there, you run into Mamimi, the Oni girl. She offers you some of her weird Japanese energy drink. You take a sip. It tastes crazy as hell. You need to check the contents of this shit. Guarana seed extract, benzoic acid, 50 milligrams of caffeine, and 100 milligrams of boldness? Well, it wasn't bad at all. You gained 2 boldness. Thank Mamimi. And proceed to the bathrooms. When you're finished peeing, you realize there's a hullabaloo going on in the bathroom. Why is there always a hullabaloo in the bathroom? It seems like Liam's revere has been interrupted by the appearance of...
The same with you.
There you are, Liam. We've been searching the whole school for you. Why is everyone hanging out in the bathrooms? Look, guys, there are other monsters here. You know, I don't... You know... associate with you anymore. When I was young and naive, I went through an ironically helpful phase where I hung out with the coven. Please don't tell anyone else, it would ruin all my cred. This is bigger than cred, Liam. If you don't work with us once again, the world will surely end. It'll be a catastrophe. Right, but then there's a new club opening in Sotran, south of Transylvania. I can't tell you any more than that because it's sort of exclusive and I don't think your style is up to the dress code. Why don't you try branching out a little in terms of color palette? We didn't come for your fashion advice. We came to you because it's a well-known fact that witches need a supernatural being for help, especially mid-season. The big bad this season is particularly difficult. What season do you keep talking about? Oh, spring, fall, winter, whichever. Pick one. The only thing I'll be picking is which socks to go with this bow tie for this bloody rager tonight. I'm not part of your scene anymore. Move on. But the coven aren't moving at all. What a great opportunity to help Liam out. His heroically volunteered to take Liam's place and help the coven with their lame mission. Or fight them. Damn it. You would go in their place. That makes a lot of sense since you're definitely not hip enough to go to the party. What are your qualifications? Powers? Do you have a resume? Oh, I'm sure he'll be absolutely just fine. I have to keep getting ready. That's the flexing in the world or whatever. I don't understand our fellow students at all, but fine, follow us. You follow the coven through an interdimensional portal where a sentient pile of used condoms is threatening to swallow the whole universe. Luckily, you were just taught prophylactics personified vanishing spell in Unlikely Situations 3 the other day. Unluckily, you were too busy fantasizing about potential prom dates to actually pay attention and learn it properly. Instead, you managed to turn yourself into a giant condom, and the big bad is free to continue trying to take over the world. This school? Why haven't we just transferred out yet? We've got to make some new contacts. The coven manages to find someone more competent, literally a taller, but one with psychic powers, so to defeat the monster. You return back to the school in disgrace and looking worse, but for wear. Liam is so busy talking about the club's great opening, he doesn't even remember you tried to step in for him. You lose 2 smarts on 1 charm. I gotta stop trying to be charming!
Alright.
You find Polly and Liam not eating as usual, because they're all dead. The food in this cafeteria really is atrocious. It's hardly even worthy of my Instagram. What? I don't even eat the food! See, this is exactly what I mean. You can do so much better than these subpar culinary portions. Ah, I see what you mean. You mean the 2 of us should have a cook-off. What? No. Did you say something? I'm not listening because I'm so psyched about this cook-off. At no point did I agree to. I got a huge advantage though because I've cooked so many drugs. Oh, you think you got the advantage, huh? I've been alive for centuries of culinary history. It's on. The 2 of them dash into the kitchen, ignoring all rules of law, school, and common decency as they commence cooking. 2 celebrity chef judges appear to critique the challengers. I think they're both equally horrible, says the cruel British judge. I think they're both equally marvelous, says the overly nice British judge. Both judges turn to you. What do you think, tiebreaker judge? Whose meal truly is the cat's pajamas? Liam's, because I think that a glass jar of fresh human blood really goes with the parsley he sprinkled on top. Huh, in your face, wolf games suck. That would be a better name for a Scot. I'm not even a wolf. As a matter of fact, that would be a better name for you. Oh, what? Because I'm a vampire? Wow, that would totally make sense. No, I just meant because you suck. Well, this sucker just wowed the judges with my blood tartar. Draw organic free-range blood, unethically sourced from a local, terrified human. That parsley, farm to table, or rather farm to blood, I threw it in the blood. I like the color. Actually, it's well known that nobody knows what parsley tastes like. And you probably never will, because you're certainly not drinking any of that concoction. You tell him his prize for winning the cook-off is eating lunch alone with you. Slurp, slurp.
All right.
That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. The match is so intense, and both teams are so into it that you decide to raise the stakes by banning part of your charm against part of the other team leader's charm. The commitment amazes your whole team, and their spirit is fueled by determination. Finally, you win and take 2 charm from the other team's leader. She's now a bit less fabulous. It's only been 1 match since, and you can see that Polly and Liam are already bored.
Good morning, my sweet students.
Marvelous, my dear student athletes. This match was great. But I know the remaining 29 matches will be even greater. Time to get that blood pumping and those heart rates going. Why do we have to do this? I don't even have blood or a heart. I also hate playing with balls most of the time. You're right, Paulina. Physical exertion is one lesser beings with no concept of how to properly while away for the hours. I'm not sure what you're saying, unless you mean you're down to help me skip this bummer of a class. Indeed, but we need to do so cleverly, so as not to get detention. A surprise party for Coach, like right now. Pink mustaches. They're always the answer. Pink mustaches? Oh, thank God. Are you serious? Is some kind of avant-garde showcase of outdated cliches or what? Shut up, Liam! There's no time! Operation Fake Mustaches starts now! You wear the fake mustaches, and it's not long before a coach realizes something is amiss. Hey! There's something weird going on here! You 3 aren't students here! You can't fool me! Mustaches are for adult people! Why are you 3 adult people trying to invade my gym class? Thinking fast, Liam says, we're 3 prestigious lawyers here to tell you that 3 of your students will be missing the rest of the class. Yeah, Polly adds, they're on trial for being too sporty. No way, being too sporty isn't a crime. Tell those kids we're rooting for them here. You leave gym and celebrate how fake mustaches never lose. You gain 2 boldness and 1 smarts.
All right.
No, right. Not the gym, because the shop's there. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rant that goes full crazy. You're casually chatting with the small magical Latina cat. You start telling him the hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know which one. The one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president of the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King. So lots of people start joining you to hear the story. By the time you say where the Goblin King was, 100 people or so burst into hysterical laughter. You turn on a mobile app that captures all the laughter and turns it into 2 fun. Looking around, you see Damien and Liam arguing about whether black metal is better than death metal. Suddenly Damien starts arguing and sniffs the air. Shut up. Do you smell that? Yeah, it smells like Christian Dior and plot armor. Oh, fuck!
Prepare to die!
It's me, dickheads, and I brought enough crucifixes and holy water for the whole class. Oh, lucky me. I've been meaning to finish my take-home final for AP murder. Go ahead, just try to kill me. I'm the protagonist, bitch. She's right, unfortunately. This is well-trod territory. We are, as they say, pretty fucked. Screw that, you got a way to save Damien and Liam without killing anybody. All you have to do is break everyone to tears with a mind-shattering guitar solo. Throw a brick at her head. You pull a guitar out of your ass and start shredding. The faces of those standing nearest to you are melted all the way off. Luckily, none of those people are important to this game. The polyharmonics are truly astonishing. I would buy this unlimited edition vinyl. This is metal as shit! It's like if Mechagodzilla fucked a volcano full of Vikings, and the volcano had a baby, and then fed that baby to a fucking snake! What? You mean I'm not the most awesome thing in the scene anymore? Forget this, I'm out of here. Joke's on her, she was never the most awesome thing in the scene. News of your insane guitar skills spread throughout the school. You gain 2 charm and 1 fun. Hooray!
All right.
You approach Liam and Vera's table to find them thoughtfully tasting several glasses of wine. The school has literally no rules, apparently. Wine, the most exclusive of beverages. If there are no vampires such as myself, cannot resist this class and allure. Do you know a lot about wine, then? I'm having dinner with the King of France next week, and I could use some pointers. France doesn't have a king anymore. That's what the media wants you to think. So, do you know about wine or not? Alas, in my centuries of living, I have only learned how to look good holding wine, not how to evaluate it. All I know is I'm not drinking another glass of that one. Vera points at a bottle with Polly's toilet wine written on it in permanent marker. What I wouldn't give for an experienced sommelier to help us judge which wine is best. You know nothing about wine, but you're pretty sure most sommeliers just make stuff up anyway. You suavely recommend the Sangira pairs well with seafood and blood. The tenor and this robust Malbec are an elegant way to mask the taste of poison, perfect for diplomatic missions. Try that one. You know, the pronounced sweetness and citrus flavors go well with unholy blood meal. I've always tried to pair Pinot Noir with blood, you know, because noir means dark, like my soul. And I always avoided sangria because the little bits of fruit in it made it seem inauthentic. And I suppose the clue is in the title, isn't it? This is truly a new dawn for Italian cuisine. Well, not dawn per se. Let's say a new dusk. Yes, a new dusk for Italian cuisine. As someone who does not literally drink wine, I'm afraid I can't share your enthusiasm. But I do like to imagine vampires getting chunks of fruit between their fangs. Liam ignores her. He's too busy gazing at you over the rim of his glass. He's a little drunk, but you don't judge.
All right.
Well, time to library it up for the last 2 turns. Or is it 1 turn, and then the next turn is the prom turn? That day is spend some time on the library's PCs, playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it. You gain 2 money. You look over your shoulder to realize Liam has been staring at you for probably the last 45 minutes. He's so silent. Hey, I was wondering if you would like to, perhaps, sit next to me in a large drunken room while silently passing judgment on a popular film. Oh, you want to go see a movie with... You want to go see a movie with me sometime! Liam wants to see a movie with me, guys! And afterwards we could adjourn possibly to an eating establishment. Liam's asking me on a date, everybody! I should clarify! He's mine! You can't have him! Where I could watch and take artistic photos as you consume calories. Well, of course you would. You would absolutely love to. Oh boy, are you two going on a date? What? No, what are you even doing here? Eavesdropping? But what do you mean it isn't a date? Aren't you asking Oz out to dinner and a movie? I'm not asking out anyone. It's not a date. Dating is a cheesy, cliched artifact of heteronormative monoculture. Well, if it's not a date, what is it? Damn, Coach, if you can't convince Liam this isn't a date, he might not go out with you at all. You think fast and tell him it's not a date, it's a date. Wink. It's performance art. Liam forgot to tell you we'll be wearing duck costumes the whole time. It's a date. Oh, damn it. Oh, I see. It's not a date. Wink. Hold it right there, Oz. Are you being ironic with Coach? No! Wink. I thought being ironic was our thing. You like shameless and constant. No, seriously. I'm just having a great time talking like this. Wink. I can't tell if you're being serious or not. Are you being serious? Yes! Don't say it. Wink! I can't take any more of this. I didn't really want to go on a date anyway. No! My opportunity! I shouldn't have told everyone in the library he was asking me on a date! Maybe he'll still go to prom with me? Oh, I actually feel hurt right now. Liam, no! Coach keeps talking funny even after Liam storms off. He's having a great time, but even his childlike joy can't soothe your troubled heart. He was too fun on one charm. Hey, Liam! I know I made it awkward for you in front of Coach, but will you still go to prom with me?
All right.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. You and me.
So mainstream.
That'd be so predictable. Don't be a fool. Also, right now I only date blue inanimate objects. Don't harass me with your narrow mind, and please respect my sexual preference. Who needs prom? You focused on your career goal of becoming a renowned surgeon. You studied hard and passed all the tests. Unfortunately, no one from the hospital wanted to hire you because it turns out that going to prom with a cool date is an essential requirement on the surgeon's resume. And so you never got a job, and in the end you became homeless. Don't even dare to think up the monster prom isn't important. Most likely to be Rosgard, the space goddess of illusion and skies, Heston being purple. No. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we are and who we could be. And you know what? As it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Liam returned to help the Coven in Season 7, and critics still say it's the best season to date. Coach saw his bright students grow and become successful and marvelous people. Someone spotted him recently watching the sunset. I found my only tear on his cheek, probably reflecting on the miracle of youth. Farah realized she was a character in a video game, which infuriated her. She spent her life making connections and building power because she's not part of the game. She plays the game. So be careful. Maybe she's the one pulling your strings. During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life. And it was gone. Just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were lots of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. I'm like actually hurt right now. I don't want to listen to you end song. I need to lay down. I loved Liam so much in that run, and he rejected me! I don't feel okay. And while the colors play, I'm gonna grab some food, because I didn't eat breakfast yet. And also come to sleep. What I'm gonna do with Liam now? Alright, so that was this episode of Monster Prom. I'll try to go for Liam again, and hopefully he'll take me to prom this time. But until then, I'll see you in the next episode. Stay lucky!